Hi, this is Lindsay. I'm the Learning Content Manager for Because Learning. I'm here to give you a brief introduction to our high school Earth and Space Science unit. Let's get started. Each of our units comes aligned with the NGS standards. The high school Earth and Space Science unit comes aligned with Earth and Space Science, Life Science, as well as Common Core Mathematics. The NGS and Common Core Mathematics standards can be found by scrolling to the bottom of an experiment and clicking on the experiment guide. The experiment guide contains information such as grade level, recommended time, recommended group size, essential questions, a brief overview, and at the bottom it gives you the specific standards for that experiment. Also included at the bottom of the experiment is a link to our troubleshooting tips and help center in case you get stuck or encounter a problem, as well as a link to our community discussion where you can leave pictures of your students completing the experiment or tips and tricks or requests for future curriculum development. Is there a relationship between luminosity and the distance from the light source? In the experiment titled Luminosity and Light Source Distance, this is the question the students aim to figure out. They will use the luminosity sensor on the spaceport. For this experiment, there is also included a worksheet that helps students organize their findings and draw conclusions. In three-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system, the students experiment with the gyroscope and the accelerometer and try to find the three dimensions, the x, y, and z axis, that are associated with the accelerometer and the gyroscope. Satellite data analysis with CODAP is an experiment that uses pre-collected data that has been taken from our sensor board in space and has the students analyzing the data to draw conclusions. There is a worksheet that is included with this experiment to help guide the students through the data analysis. The experiment titled Greenhouse Effect has the students exploring the greenhouse effect using a mason jar and the temperature sensor, and then they determine how it impacts the Earth and the Earth's systems. Car temperature safety is different than any of the other experiments in this unit because it works best as a classroom demonstration. The students will collect data in a car to see how long it takes before the car reaches 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The Great American Eclipse has the students using data taken during the 2017 eclipse and an application called CODAP to interpret the data. There is a worksheet included to help the students organize their thoughts and draw conclusions from the data. In Features of Functions, the students choose a sensor to collect data from and try to replicate some common and not so common graphs. From there, they will determine what makes a function and why it's important that we understand what a function is. That gives you a brief introduction to our high school Earth and Space Science unit. Before you teach any experiment to your class, we recommend that you go through the experiment as if you were the student. You wire up the circuit, you collect the data, and you answer the questions. That way you'll be able to anticipate where your students need extra assistance or where you need to spend more time explaining a concept. We hope you have fun experimenting.